Welcome to Life with Lo, where we interview players and get to know players and talk about their lives. Today, we have a really special guest, women's soccer player for Division I soccer, Vanderbilt, Haley Hopkins.
Hi.
Thank you for being here. Welcome to my Zoom interview show. You're my first guest, so I'm sorry if I'm a little rough.
Oh no, I'm happy to be here. I was really happy to see that you reached out, and I was just more than happy to. I mean, we go way back, so
I
it's
want to
crazy.
start
It's
out
kind
with
of a circle.
we went to high school together, and I'll get back into that. But I want to start out with your amazing, incredible soccer career. Like, you are a beast. You are insane. You've taken over the SEC, and playing college soccer, Division I soccer, is not easy. Like, I told you this before I started the interview. Hats off to any person who plays or makes it through. Like, that's incredible. Such an accomplishment. And I have here a list of 17 and now 18 today, 18 honors. I can't even say them all because there's so many. So I'm going to drop it in here. But I'm going to name a few. Today, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, you're named 2020 first team all SEC. That's not easy in general. And then given a pandemic, that's incredible. So congratulations. 2018 all SEC first team, 2018 all American third team, 2019 Mac Herman Trophy watch list. Like, the list goes on and on. Those are incredible accomplishments. I don't think I had any accomplishments in college soccer like that.
Gosh, when you put them all, like put that all together, it sounds like a lot, but no,
Oh, it's a lot. That's amazing and incredible. Like I said, congratulations on a phenomenal soccer career. It's still going on. What has been one of your favorite moments playing for Vanderbilt?
wow, there are a lot actually, and it's pretty easy to say. Back in last year we won the SEC East, and the year before that we won the SEC, and so it's not necessarily big moments like that you'd think that you'd go to automatically, like the really big wins and exciting team victories. But I'd say a favorite moment that I've had playing at Vanderbilt was honestly like last season. Just every game, I think the team was closer than ever, and so it was more so just a team of best friends at that point. And so traveling, playing in games, and just like short little passes. There's a specific a play that I'm thinking of that were 2 years ago, where our center back Ella, she dribbled right up the middle. She played me up top, and I backheeled it to like one of my other best friends, Grace, and she had an incredible shot. And so I'm like, and we're like a family on the team. Like, she's my big, she's my little. And so just like being able to play with your best friends and have a bunch of videos and pictures to look back on, I'd say that particular play will come to mind as one of my favorites at Vanderbilt.
That's awesome. And I feel like being a player, I feel like it makes such a difference going into a season, and your team is so cohesive and so close. Like, it just makes playing so much better. And like you said, you're basically with these players and these people for months on end, and you're traveling with them, you're living with them. So it's awesome that it's just your best friends, right?
Yeah, I mean, you got that really with any team you've seen, even if the team is more so like struggling and there's just different levels of talent, as long as everyone is still really close and you find a different kind of level of wanting to play for each other and just enjoy soccer that much more, and you guys all get through it and bond over certain things. Of if a coach is being mean, you all come back and do it. I mean, in different ways. I think it makes just playing soccer and being in the struggles of Division I soccer just that much easier, which is team. And then this year we struggled a little bit more on that end because of the pandemic and COVID. So we're not necessarily in the locker room, and it's hard because we're not allowed to hang out with each other. So that's definitely been more of a struggle this year for sure. So really looking forward to spring and next year already.
And touching back on this season, you just had your senior night. Congratulations on your senior night. What was it like? I know we are in the middle of a pandemic, and like you said, the season has been so different. What was it like just being able to be there on your senior night? I feel like, I looked forward to my senior night in high school when I was looking up to college soccer, and then college soccer, you're like, wow, I can't wait till I'm a senior and I'm out there. Like, it's crazy. Time flies by. But like, how was it like being out there on your senior night?
I mean, I remember our high school senior night. It was a pretty big deal, and you think like, oh, like your high school, it's so exciting. But you always had college soccer to look onto. But for women's soccer, college is a lot of people's last time you're playing the sport at this competitive level. I mean, pro soccer, it's a lot more of a more niche group of women. So this senior night was obviously different than most, and unfortunately we lost in overtime, which was really unfortunate. Obviously, you always want to win no matter what, senior night or not. But being able to celebrate a group of seniors that we were our coach's first recruits at the school, or when he came from Penn, Darren, when he came from Penn, we were his first class. We'd really kind of been through a lot versus like freshman year we came in and we weren't very good, and then we really helped the program. Like, I mean, I have another next year, but I think they came out with an article said that we were the most winningest senior class. And so seeing the progression and just how close we become over the years and how everyone has really developed as players, and then like looking back at freshman year, our relationships to where we are now, it was a great moment. I had a moment, and it was a great moment to kind of look at that group of people, because no matter what, there's a good amount of us coming back because we have eligibility, but there's also girls that are transferring. And so seeing everyone together like one last time on the home field was a very surreal moment, as to like, wow, like look what we did. Like, I definitely think that this senior class has left a really big legacy and mark on the program. And so it was just really exciting to see everyone. I'm kind of counting myself out from that because I'm a redshirt junior, but it was more so great to see that for my fellow classmates that I came in with.
It's amazing. And you kind of touched on that. We played high school together. I know a lot of people might not know, but we both went to Mater Dei High School, and we played for the Lady Monarchs under Coach West. And I mean, high school soccer for me, I don't know about for you, it was just fun. It was just something different than the intense club regiment. Like, high school was just fun, playing with your classmates, playing for your school. It just had a different feel. And I think we got to play 2 years together, or
we were at, I didn't play my sophomore year, but I played junior and senior. Yeah. So,
and you didn't play your
1 year
because you were an insane track star. So
in track,
take a break from soccer and just kill it in track. So you played volleyball your freshman year in high school. So like,
I was just
all the sports. But do you have a memory from high school or a saying from what Coach West, things that he used to say?
I mean, Coach West will reach out every once in a while, and I'll talk to him, and my track coach pretty much follows me closely too. So it's great to see that they still are following. I know he's reached out to you too, but they're still following and really invested in their players when we were there, and then still care to keep up on us. So I think like our team, and I think Mater Dei in general was just a very tight-knit community, and you don't really realize it until you're gone. And I'm proud to be an alum of there and still keep in touch with the people that really kind of were very impactful to us during their lives. But I mean, Coach West, the hashtags of the season, the bus trips of Cathedral Cat, like that San Diego tournament. I mean, it is high school soccer. It was definitely the kind of hashtags of the season was one of my favorites, and the hop strong, the signing off on the emails to me. I mean, I've never had so many. He's the one who calls me Hops, and every time that my college coaches will be like, "Hey, Hop," I'm like, Coach West.
Coach West, I know.
Coach West, if you watch this, thank you.
And I think you hit it on the head. Like, it's crazy to think that your high school coach still reaches out to you. Obviously, he reaches out to me, he reaches out to you. I'm sure he reaches out to a bunch of other players, but that's just like incredible. I think it just means so much to me, and probably to you too. And like you said, we made so many amazing memories in high school, and it was so fun getting to play with you because you're an incredible player. And then you get to play with these players in club and high school, and then you get to see them like continue their career, and like obviously you're killing it, and that's amazing. And I remember playing you in college. Like, I didn't get to play a lot of people because I'm in Florida in the ACC. So
I'm in Nashville in the SEC. Like, exactly. Who is out here with us?
Exactly. So you probably didn't either. So it was so fun getting to play you. But of course, you had to ruin our night by scoring the winner header of the game.
Baker, defense for Miami. The cross and the score! There was Hopkins. The backside of the play to give Vanderbilt the lead.
Guess who that ball was from? How about Olivia Simmons, huh? All she does is create opportunities.
Your specialty, but it was still so fun getting to play you. And I remember going to Vanderbilt, and I was like, this campus is so beautiful and it's amazing. It's so different than my campus, but it was so beautiful. And I remember it's like, oh my God, I get to play someone finally that I know. Like, that's amazing. So do you remember that game?
Oh my gosh, actually that game was very special to me personally because it was the first game that we had of regular season and my first game playing on the home field like ever because I was injured my freshman year. So it was technically the first game that counted for anything, and like to be able to come and like score a goal like that was just it. I talked about this in an interview recently, kind of like reflecting on the last 4 years with our media team, and I think that game was very special to me because I get to see you too, because even though like in high school you're one grade above me and like we were all one giant kind of collective like friend group on the team, but we weren't necessarily like best friends by any means. But I think as you go to college, like it's so special to see how many of us like played college soccer and being able to see what you guys are doing now in high school soccer, club soccer. I love keeping up with my friends, but especially you too, because you're the furthest east with me.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people stayed. So I definitely it was great to see see you that night because it was a piece of home in that way of like the last 4 years of kind of an entirely new like world that we have living within our teams and within our like respective cities. And so seeing you was like a great reminder of like, wow, like, okay, remember where we came from, modern day, we did play together.
I know, it was so amazing. And like you had an incredible header that game. I'm gonna definitely put it in here because that was phenomenal. So if we had to lose, you guys came back. So if we had to lose, I'm glad you scored the goal, and I'm so happy I got to see you. And then we saw each other again, and
then in the airport.
Yeah. That was kind of when TikTok was taking off, and you guys, I followed you on TikTok, and I was like, you were so like honestly, genuinely back from high school, I knew this about you. Like you're one of the most funniest people I've ever met in my life. And I remember like looking at your TikTok and I came up to you at the airport and I was like, oh my gosh, your TikToks are so funny. Like, how do you get them to be so funny? So it's just fun to like running into you and, you know, getting to follow, because I've obviously followed your career. I'm like, this is amazing. I tell all my friends, I'm like, oh my God, my friend was like nominated for this and this and this. Like,
I talk about you a lot more than you think too, honestly. I'm like, oh, like Lauren from like Miami. Yeah. And they're like, oh, we know her. So that's funny too.
Thanks. Awesome. But I wanted to end. Oh, actually, before we end, I wanted to ask you what your plans were for coming up. You kind of touched on it that you're maybe coming back for another season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was always kind of planning on returning for a 5th year, and now I have a 6th year eligibility, which is funny, but I don't think I'll be taking that.
Yeah.
I'm 23 years old and still playing
six years
soccer.
Is a lot of years of college soccer, I will say.
That's 4 years is pushing it for sure.
4 years.
So I was injured my freshman year, and so I already had that red shirt. So I was planning on doing a 5th year no matter what. And then now with the eligibility, I have the 6th year, but I think I'm calling it after next year. I'm going to go to grad school and kind of have one last season here at Vanderbilt, which I was always planning on. And I know that a lot of other people's plans were a lot of like kind of up in the air with it, but I'm lucky enough, me selfishly, I have like three or four girls in my class that are coming back with me next year, who I'm really close with. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, I'll be going to grad school, getting a master's in my major. And after that, I'm not 100% sure. I think I want to continue playing. I'd love to, if the opportunity is good enough and it's realistic and logical at the time, then I don't see why not. Like we were talking about before, I'd love to play internationally and have take that as an opportunity to travel and live in a completely different country. But I mean, we'll see. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Still got a while till then.
That's amazing. And now, I mean, I'm on the other side of post-soccer, post-college.
You're on the bright side. You're on the light side.
I'm in grad school, but I mean, you look back and you do miss those days with your friends, getting to be with your best friends all the time. So just enjoy it and make it last as long as you can, because it's so amazing. I know it's such hard work, you know that. And yeah, I'm super excited to continue to follow your career, and I'm rooting for you, and I'm rooting for you guys in the SEC tournament. And I want to finish off with, let me see what I have in my notes here, with the TikTok that you guys made with, I think it's Pitbull, you guys dressed up. And I'm going to put it in here because it's so funny.
In girl world, Halloween is the one night a year when a girl can dress like a total slut and no other girls can say anything about it. The hardcore girls just wear lingerie and some form of animal.
And I remember watching that, just like, I think it was like during season because it was for Halloween. And I just remember like it made my day. And I probably was having a tough week with soccer and everything. And I watched, I was like, this is actually hilarious. So what made you think of this idea? I mean,
my friend Maddie just walked in, who was people with me, but I don't know. I think we had a Halloween practice. And we were like, it's not fun being girls for Halloween. We can't ever really be cute. You might as well just go weird. And I think we had seen like another TikTok of it. And so unfortunately it wasn't an original idea, but we made it our own and we took it, and it was an absolute kick of a time. And my friends, actually, two of my other like really good friends, they were Zach and Cody. And so they came up with that. I don't know if you've seen it anywhere, but like they started that trend, which is crazy.
I think I have seen that. That's so
yeah,
funny.
they were Zach and Cody. And so you had two bald pit bulls running around. You had Zach and Cody, and that practice was just the most ridiculous thing. We're running around in work pants. I had a bald cap. It was so funny. And so, I mean, that made your day. That was like a push to the end of season at that point. I absolutely loved it.
And it went like viral. Like
I got a lot of views and likes on it. I was kind of surprised. I did it because Reagan and Ella, who were Zach and Cody, they got over 1 million views. And I was like, oh, there's no way that we wouldn't get more than them. But
that's
Zach
incredible.
and Cody clearly reign superior. But yeah, did get a ton of buzz on that one. It was funny for sure.
Well, because of you guys, we literally begged our coach. We're like, we need a Halloween practice. Like other teams do it, like other good teams.
Why not us?
Why can't we have a Halloween practice? But that's it. That's all I have. Like I said, thank you so much for your time, because I know that scheduling stuff is tough, and I wish you luck in the SEC tournament. I hope you kick butt and score amazing goals. But thank you so much for being my first guest.
I'm so happy to have talked to you and be your first guest. I hope it was good. I hope I did a good job.
You did amazing.